Relationships and their significance for humans. At Revelation 5, there are no accidental relationships. It is no secret that we humans are social creatures. From birth, we come into a social group called a family. We need social interactions, we need friends and companions to live well. But why is that so? In this chapter, I will discuss different types of relationships and their significance for us humans from the standpoint of my higher self. I hope that during this chapter, you, dear readers, and I will be able to build a trusting, loving, and healing relationship. At its core, you are all connected by the net of incarnations. Entire generations of people sharing the Earth within the same timeline and especially geographical location form a strong collective bond. The energy of such a collective creates literally one intertwined network of individual energies and life missions linked together. You can call it a safety net. It holds human life force in place, invigorating it and supporting its mutual development. You can't see it, of course, with your eyes, but I assure you it is real and tangible. For someone who can detect such energy, it appears like a multicolored cloud or an aurora enveloping the entire globe. The colors might vary depending on the geographical location. Certain areas on Earth stand out as a different collective energy altogether. This grid also helps to identify where certain tune-ups are needed. The interstellar energy maintenance is then awakened. How is the maintenance done? Are we able to detect it? In some instances, yes, but not always. You can notice certain weather changes or catastrophes such as wildfires, floods, tsunamis, tornadoes, hurricanes, volcano eruptions, etc. Such powerful energy modifications usually create quick and powerful energetic shifts and align entire regions of the Earth with the collective energy frequency required for civilization to continue. This balance is very delicate and must be protected. At the core of such weather phenomena is always a human collective energy field. It is not a punishment or an intention to scare. It is only done for the good of the planet and all living creatures on it. Although sometimes human lives are lost because of acts of God, as you call it, it is a necessity to sustain and protect life on Earth, and sacrifices sometimes must be made. The souls offered themselves as a part of such sacrifice do receive additional healing and an energetic boost when they return to the ethereal realm. So, our connection with each other is much more complex than meets the eye. We are connected and influence each other even when we are not physically connected, correct? That is correct. The energy of the planet consists of individual energies arranged into groups. Smaller groups form larger ones, and so on until it becomes a global energy. It might be more accurate, though, to refer to it as generational energy if it varies significantly from one generation to another. Even small periods of time make significant adjustments in the planetary energy field, especially in recent centuries. Such acceleration is expected as energy transmits faster the higher its frequency. What are the primary reasons and benefits for people forming relationships? Are there specific goals assigned to the specific types of relationships? Let's say some of us think that friendship is more valuable for spiritual development than romantic involvement. There are many objectives for humans to have relationships. There is no one specific goal that applies to all. We form relationships based on our needs, comfort zones, responsibilities, attractions, and more. Relationships come in different depths and lengths, and they have different dynamics. In the basic spectrum of relationships, balancing karma is one objective. It can be personal, generational, which runs in the family, or collective karma that applies to your entire generation and culture. More advanced relationships serve expansion and evolution as their primary goal. The dynamics of relationships can be likened to communication vessels, illustrating how they affect all parties involved. Energy works in a similar way, seeking to balance itself out. This is why opposites often attract. They aren't attracted to their present state of being opposite or disharmonious, but they sense the opportunity in each other to find the balance that is lacking externally and internally. For example, someone with control issues may subconsciously seek a partner or a friend who is carefree and takes life as it comes. Initially, this dynamic may appear nonsensical and cause friction, but if both individuals are open to communication, they can balance each other and create a new energetic entity as a result, which neither of them could previously identify with. This principle underlies all romantic relationships. People in love tend to be more open to communicating at every level possible, and therefore have the potential to balance energy more than any other relationship type. However, it's not the only way to balance unbalanced energy. All relationships have this potential within them. It depends on how committed individuals are to combining themselves in the relationship. It's worth noting that all relationships are voluntary. No one forms them without underlying reasons. Even if they might seem dysfunctional or abusive to an observer, both parties have emotional consent to participate in such a dynamic. The moment one of them decides to end it, the energy of the relationship collapses like a deflated balloon. In the case of karmic relationships, there will be a repeating cycle in the individual's experience until the karma is balanced and the essential learning experience is served. You may have heard stories of someone leaving an abusive relationship only to choose a new partner with the same abusive behavior as the previous one. It is a karmic cycle served through experiencing a relationship with specific characteristics. In this case, the best approach is to stop and take a long, hard look at your life to identify the sources of your inner imbalance. What do you need to balance within your own psyche?